Hello, I'm Professor Richard Steinmetz in the Physics Department at UMass Lowell, and for almost 20 years now I've been involved in a project to create a new international language which we call Ayola.
When I first heard about Ayola, I was very, very skeptical because I always thought, okay, we have all these beautiful natural languages already in the world. Why do we need another one? Until I actually sat down with the professor and he was explaining to me why we need one.
Over the years there have been about 900 of these languages invented, but few of them have gotten to the point of a large number of people actually speaking them. The most successful has been Esperanto, but Esperanto was devised in the late 1800s, more than 100 years ago, and is regarded by most people now as being a little out of date. Since high school, I'd always been interested in this idea of an international language. The purpose of it, an international language, is not to replace national languages, but to be a supplement so that people who do not speak each other's natural language can communicate in the international language. The project started in 1995 with 3 students, 2 from Haiti and 1 from the Dominican Republic, who knew languages that were foreign to me. So we wanted to incorporate these modern developments in linguistics and logic and come up with a language which pretty much eliminates ambiguity. If you had the phrase woman student, does it mean a student of women or a student who is a woman? You would have to know this only by the context in English. But in Ayola, if you mean a student who is a woman, that's called descriptive modification, using a descriptive adjective. And so you just put the one word in front of the other, but the first adjective has an A ending, the sound of the letter A. So you say fema studento. If you meant a student of women, the women is actually the object of the student, object of the studies. That would be femoi studento, so that we can distinguish between this. And there's a whole lot of cases like that where Ayola can make these distinctions. We draw mostly from European languages, such as the Romance languages, the Germanic languages, and the Slavic languages. But we have incorporated more words from these different languages and a much broader spectrum of languages than previous attempts.
I started here a few summers ago, and when I started, we were just under 2,000 words, and I think we're just over 10,000.
You really need a vocabulary that large to really use the language and talk about things the way you do in normal conversation.
I started off really skeptical, and now I'm kind of a real big believer in, I think this could really work and be really useful for the future, because who doesn't want to learn a language and understand it within a year and a half, versus spending 10 years and maybe learning a quarter of it.
If you're interested in the Ayola project, consult our website, ayola.org.